Hi everyone, hope you guys are doing well. Miss you guys a ton. So, I wanted to keep up with this idea of still having a few more virtual fun events and thought that maybe I could do a virtual paint night, but like Bob Ross style on YouTube, where I could film all the steps for you. If you don't have any paint, no worries. If you can get the stuff in the future, this video will still be here for you to follow along. Or just use whatever supplies you might have. I just think just the act of making something can be very therapeutic and fun. I won't be playing any music in the background of this video because I don't think you guys want to hear a loop of some copyright and royalty-free tunes. But if you want to hear what we would have been listening to and what I'm currently listening to, I'll put a link to my Spotify Paint Night playlist in the description box below. You could also listen to whatever you feel like listening to, too. Today, I'm going to make the painting that got the most votes from the Paint Night survey for this semester. You guys really liked the turtle painting. The second runner-up was the one with the tree and the four seasons, if you remember that one. I know Brianna Nana has been rooting for that since like day one. So maybe if you guys enjoy this one, I'll make another one. Anyway, for supplies, I'm going to go over what you'll need if you want to do a painting first, and then talk about the supplies you could use instead if you don't have paint. First, you'll need a canvas or some type of heavy paper like cardstock or construction paper that can handle paint. I'm using watercolor paper in this sense. This one's pretty big, but you could use whatever size you want. Next, I'm using acrylic paint in the colors red, blue, yellow, white, and black. You can keep the paint on paper plates, wax paper if you have any, glass from a picture frame. I'm using palette paper, but anything will work like that. And that's palette paper. You'll also need a paintbrush. If you want to be fancy, you could have multiple sizes of paintbrushes. But in this case, I'm only going to use one the whole time to show you guys that you don't need a lot to make a painting or any kind of artwork. A cup of water is also what you'll need to clean your paintbrush. Some paper towels and a pencil wraps up the list of everything you will need for this painting. And yes, I did put my paintbrush in upside down. Thank you. If you don't have any paint but still want to follow along, feel free to grab paper of any sorts. So here's 8.5 by 11 paper, pencils, colored pencils, graphite, crayons, markers, pastels, anything will do. The steps are pretty similar regardless of the supply or medium you're using. No matter what, you're still using the similar shapes and colors. The main difference is how you're applying your medium. So think about how different pressure, gestures, colors combine in your work. So here's an example of me showing you different gestures with markers. Cute, cool, do whatever you would like. With that said, let's start. So I'm going to talk and do this as if we were actually at paint night in university. Hope you make yourself a nice mocktail, hot chocolate, glass of water, have a drink of your choice, light a candle, I don't know, whatever makes you feel relaxed. As always, let go of any expectations you might have going into this. It doesn't matter if you previously thought you weren't good at art or whatever, just follow the steps. And for my first step, take a deep breath in and let it all out. I know this is a voiceover, but I will assure you that during real time when I was doing this painting, I was also doing that too. But anyway, thank you for spending a little time for yourself to do something that I hope is fun and relaxing as we're nearing the end of the semester. So, paint night tradition, take your pencil and lightly write on your canvas or paper a goal or a wish you might have, a positive vibe you want to put out into the world, or even an intention. In my case, I'm writing that I am sending only good vibes to my Ambassa fam. You guys can obviously write whatever you want. You don't have to write that too. No one will know. I won't know. Okay, so next we're going to set up our canvas by sketching out where you want the ocean to be and the two turtles. I'm having my ocean meet the sand in this top right corner. How you can do this? I would say draw a very loose and curvy number 3 that has an extra lump or two at the end that drifts off the canvas or paper. Feel free to make it as loopy as you want. Think about how you want your ocean wave to be today. Is it a high tide? Are the waves crashing in? Or is it a chill day? Be as meta as you want it to be. If this is a metaphor for how you're feeling or want to feel, go for it. Got that? Cool. Next, the turtles. Pick the first spot where you want one of the turtles to be. When you know where, you're going to start by drawing a big oval as the body. So here, I'm drawing it slightly to the left of the paper. Cool, cool. Here it goes. At the end of the oval that is near where the feet will be, make that end come to more of a narrow point. As you can see, I chose that to be the end of my turtle and made it a little bit pointy. For the head, leave a little space between the body and the neck for the neck and draw a small circle. After the circle, right on top, draw a triangle. Like so. When you have those two shapes overlapping each other, erase the bottom line of the triangle to combine the circle. You could also make the tip of the triangle a little bit more rounded because that's where the mouth would be. I'm pretty sure, I think, at Anthony for environmental questions. Then you're going to make 2 little lines to make the neck. Beautiful. Cool. So, next, for the arms of the turtle, we're going to make 2 scalene triangles. Yes, a geometry term that I actually still remember. That's the one where all the sides of the triangle have different lengths. In this case, you're going to want the arms super long lengthwise. Choose how you want your turtle's arms to be positioned. I think if you make the arms going in different directions, it makes the artwork look more dynamic, like your little turtle man or woman is moving. And then we're going to do the same thing, but like smaller sized for the legs. Oh, and maybe I should note that don't worry about covering up your little intention that you wrote. That's kind of the point. We're just putting out the good vibes there. And it's totally okay to make mistakes. Erase as much as you want. You will see that I will be doing that too. And don't worry about it being perfect now, because all throughout your painting, even while you're actually painting, you'll find that you'll be changing things, changing the shapes. This is just to give yourself an idea of where you want things to be. And here I am making the little turtle legs. For all of the points of the triangle that we're making, we're going to round off the edges because turtles are not pointy like triangles. There you go. Look at that little roundedness. Cute, cute. And lastly, for our turtle, we're going to make a little tail. So all you have to do is draw a little skinny crescent moon. And then you're going to repeat all of these steps for the second or third or however many turtles you want to add. So feel free to do it however you are feeling you want your beach to be. And, of course, don't forget to name your turtles. The first one I made will be Todd. No, Tyler. No, Tucker the turtle. Oh my god. As you can see, I am losing my mind, but it's fine. Everything is fine. And the one that I'm making now will be Trisha. No, never mind. I also almost said Tina, and I was like, I don't know if Tina would want to be a turtle. So, you know what? We'll just go with Tessa. Sure. Uh-huh. Cool. I'm just finishing off my little turtle. I can't remember. I guess we'll find out. If I remembered to draw this little turtle's tail when I was doing it. I added it in eventually. I guess I forgot. Yes, I totally did. Yep, I did. Okay. After you have both of your turtles drawn, we're going to make a very loose outline for where the trail of the turtle moving through the sand will be. I don't know if that wording makes sense, but just go with it for now and eventually it will maybe. If it didn't, or you have any questions throughout this whole process, feel free to send me a Slack message. But basically, it's a little outline around the turtles, and then 2 wavy lines that extend down to the edge of your paper or canvas or whatever you're using. It's like, you know when you're walking on the beach and you can see your footprints in the sand? It's pretty much that before a turtle. So you're going to pick a direction that your turtle came in, whichever way. Were they on an adventure before this? Eating some food? Talking to humans? I don't know their story, who they are. You can make one up. It's way more fun that way. So yeah. So as you can see, I'm just making a very light outline, making it super wavy. I don't really know what kind of movements turtles make in the sand. So if you can just imagine how they are traversing, I guess that is the only way to put it. But it doesn't have to be perfect.